Hey everybody, Puffle21 back, finally no longer sick, so that's why there was no guides last week, and I made a Tweely Midna guide. I didn't really like it, so I'm going to redo that, but before the Tweely Midna guide, I want to do this, which is the spinner. So, okay, first off, the spinner, it's electric element. That should just tell you right away, it's a combo weapon, which it excels at amazingly. Okay, for skills, Strength 5 and Strength 6, I would recommend. Strength 4 is also good if you want it. That's just every weapon. I have regular attack on it, but finishing low could also work out really well because this thing just doesn't really care about weak point gauges. It just goes right through them. Versus whatever you want, mostly versus dragon or versus undead, depending on what you want. No healing or defenseless because no healing. Extra damage. Lightning plus I'm not so sure about. I've heard the only weapon that you really want lightning plus on is Lana's book. And I haven't really tested Lightning Plus on this, but I seem to do completely fine without Lightning Plus anyways. So, I wouldn't really recommend it. The rest can kind of just be whatever you want. So, okay, Link has two weapons that are both electric element or lightning element. The gauntlets and this. I kind of think this is better because even though the gauntlets do more damage, the combos on this can kind of just do more damage over time. And I also feel like it's a bit safer because it has like so much movement when it's moving. I mean, like this is the run speed, it's pretty fast. But like even, okay, during the weak point string, he moves so much, so it's pretty difficult to hit him. So that alone kind of gives you a nice bit of defense. So that alone honestly kind of does decent damage. That can combo well. It's kind of like another like make up your combos as you go kind of weapon. But yeah, the weak point string, or weak string, that can work completely fine. So, okay, combo 2, what you want to do with it, that's your combo starter. Just do that and instantly starts any combo. I'm doing stuff out of order right now, but yeah, that it just starts any combo. And that just kind of opens up anything you want. Okay, so wait, let me explain stuff. Okay, so the actual combo 1, that just sends out a spinner, which does no damage. Again, just like Lana's, which just happens to be here. But yeah, the spinner, it does, like, no damage. What's the point of it? You can knock them into each other and you can see them spin off. That does a bit more damage, but still, it's nothing worth it. So what's the point of them? So, okay, you saw me use combo 2. I bounced off, and wait. And the spinner just went forward. So, that kind of just... The spinner basically acts like small decoys that can help combo enemies, and you can have up to 3 out at a time. So wait, let me just do this 3, and then if I do another one, or wait, without knocking into it, because they have like a giant hitbox, like you don't really notice it, but you don't really even have to be near it and it'll hit, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, you can have up to 3 out at a time. Okay, combo 3. So that's kind of good for getting rid of large enemies, also comboing. Another thing is that you can kind of turn it, it's not like really stiff. So you can just turn around immediately after using it. So after using this, it's basically the same thing combo 2 did, except it kind of has a tornado effect, so it sucks enemies in a bit. I also think it goes a bit farther, but I'm not completely sure about that. Okay, so combo 4. That's just a high damage move, it's quick, and yeah, okay. Okay, so combo 4, you can't really see it, but it sends the spinner out in a straight line, but it's electrocuted. Unlike the other thing, I keep doing combo 5, okay. So yeah, you can't see it too well, but it just goes in a straight line, but it's electrocuted, so that one makes it combo better, if that makes sense. The first 3 are not really that useful. There's only one that I find useful personally, and that's combo 5. So, okay, well here's combo 5 if you haven't like seen it already, all the times I've misused it. So that's like one of my favorite moves for taking keeps. It does a lot of damage, it sucks enemies in, it juggles them, just a lot of good stuff. Okay, but as you see, it's one of the... That one and combo 6 don't send out a spinner after using it, so you're gonna have to use one manually. So when using combo 5, the spinner just spins in a circle. So it's kind of like an area of effect for comboing. So it can kind of just act as like a safety net. So if an enemy falls out of a combo, that could help bump them back into it. That's why I like it for. And then, okay, combo 6. That's the other move that's amazing for taking keeps, just because of how much damage it does, how much range it has. It's just pretty scary stuff. Okay, now for, combo 6. What's kind of confusing about it is that you have to hit with the electric bolt. It just makes the spinner explode, but you have to specifically hit with the electric bolts it sends out. So if you hit it with the spinner itself, that doesn't count. You have to hit the spinner with one of the lightning bolts, which is kind of tricky. Again, the only one I really use the decoy spinners for is like trying to create a wall, but also just with combo 5, because I can kind of just do this. And then now I just have 2 things that are kind of just a safety net for if something falls out of combo. So yeah, if it's like, here's a keep. Oh no. I didn't want to do that. So in large groups of enemies like this, just combo 6, it just does amazing. Yeah. I'm just gonna go get a boss or something. Okay, back again. Something I forgot to show off is the special attack, which it's okay. I just think there's other stuff better. That's why I didn't recommend it. I mean, it works perfectly fine if you want to have special attack plus on your weapon. It's just, I don't think it's that great. Okay, so once she stops doing that, okay. So yeah, just combo 1, and then you can just do a few weak hits, and that just pretty much breaks any weak point gauge. It doesn't really matter what you're battling. Unless it's something with morale boosted and they can't get stunned, then it probably doesn't work, but it actually won't. But yeah, it's like right here, I would kind of like want to create a wall of spinners if it doesn't do that, and I show my combos off still then. Okay. So it's like kind of create a wall of spinners, and then just kind of combo 5, and then keep it as a net in the air, and she keeps going away. Actually, combo 3 was not the best choice there at all. Actually, forget spinners. So yeah, you can see even like the weak string is amazing at just keeping enemies up in the air. It just doesn't really matter what you use. I'm gonna just let her go because I want to show other stuff, and I didn't want to do that one. Okay. Okay, so onto a giant boss. Giant bosses, you really don't need to worry about. This thing, it just kind of does not care about giant bosses. You can set up a spinner if you want to, you really don't. But you can just do like a combo 5 and then just combo 6. Or that's not combo, or that is. That's just like, why does that go down so fast? It's just, yeah, this thing just doesn't care about weak point gauges, so I really don't even need to show this. It's really just, you can choose whatever attack you want. It'll probably work on a giant boss. Except Imprisoned, because Imprisoned is Imprisoned, and Imprisoned is dumb stuff. Oh, okay. But yeah, you don't even need to set up another spinner. It works completely fine without it. Most of the time, the spinner will get stuck inside the boss, and it's actually kind of hard to get it anyways. So that's not required at all. Unless you do combo 5, which usually hits it. But yeah, this is just sad. Like, why does this work so well? But yeah, general thing is combo 2, you can just use that to combo into really any attack. It doesn't matter. One thing I forgot to show off was combo 2 into combo 4, which does a ton of damage, but it kind of ends the combo, so that's why I don't... Well, no, actually, no, it doesn't. If they're against like a wall, like right here, then it probably doesn't end the combo. It doesn't end the combo, but if they're in like the middle, yeah, combo 5 is probably the best choice if they're not against the wall, but most of the time, you'll find a wall somewhere and you can just kind of drag them over into the wall and then just combo them forever. because that's basically just a spinner.